back. Welcome back.
Here.
Welcome back. It is Girls Can't Geek here. My name is SD Trinity. I am so glad to be here with the full crew. Hold on, this way. The full crew of Girls Can't Geek. My heart is full, and so will yours. Right above me, I have Bunny. Bunny, go ahead and say hey.
Yeah, what's poppin', everybody?
And let's see if I can do this right. So upper right, I have Jiggly Senpai. Say hi, Jiggly.
Hi, Jiggly.
And right next to her, we have Goku. Hi, Goku.
Hello, Watashi wa Mitsubishi.
Sashimi.
No. And I just said I am a Mitsubishi, but I just wanted to sound cute.
And directly to my right, I have Miss Ray. Hi, Ray.
Hey.
Like I said, it feels really good to be back. I'm so happy to be back with everybody here. A lot has happened, but we're going to get into quite a few of it. First and foremost, DreamCon just happened. We had a blast. I cannot wait to talk about it. We are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, though, okay? Nobody's going to be spared in this episode, so stick with us, hang out. If you have questions, definitely, put them in the chat below, even on our YouTube as well. We go through those and we read them, and we will respond to you. If you want, you can always respond to us on Instagram. So are you guys ready to get into this?
Let's get it.
So, like I said, DreamCon. Overall, it was myself, Bunny, and Sunshine over here. We got to go. How did y'all feel? Just overall rating DreamCon 1 out of 10. What would you give it? Bunny, we'll go with you first.
For me, it was literally an 8 out of 10. The reason why I was an 8 out of 10 is because leading up to actually getting to go to DreamCon, the amounts of challenges that we had to overcome that really did impact how many of us got to make it there made it less than a 10 out of 10. If DreamCon's administration and leadership would have been a little more airtight, I know without a shadow of a doubt it would have been a 10 out of 10 because I had that much of a good time. But it didn't serve me or the greater good, anybody, even the people that were at our panel. It didn't serve us for the lack of administration to have resulted in not having all of us there at the same time, It's
right.
tough. But I had a good time. 8 out of 10. What about you, Sunshine?
I say I'm close in that same ballpark. I'm looking at like a 7. Would have liked to see a little more engagement outside of exhibition panels and what have you that they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because it felt a little one-sided for me. It's just I like the feel of seeing the people who started this all getting out, conversing and hanging with the people who came there who make this all possible for you. I know that has to be hard when you have a super huge following. But I will say that things like seeing random people who are probably just as big, literally just walking around with their team and their team like, hey, okay, that's enough, guys. Sorry. Like Hassan Pike being there. Last person I would have expected to be there. But he was there. He wasn't just walking the vendors hall. And so it's little things like that on top of what Buddy said, if they could have been a little more organized and put together on the administration end, we probably would have been at a 10. But to be honest, that's nitpicky. So That's why I would say it's still a 7. Still a 7.
Okay. Okay. I feel bad because my rating is a whole lot lower than y'all's.
How low can you go? How low can you go?
Honestly, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. And that's just me comparing, not even comparing. It was just, okay, I'm going to DreamCon with an open mind. I've never been before. Show me what DreamCon has to offer. And we were met with a lot of like hiccups. We made it work, okay, y'all. We made it work. But right off rip, to go grab our panelist badge was a hassle. Okay. You would think the QR code they give you works. It didn't. It said there was only one badge for a panelist of 4. And that was a whole issue. We figured it out. But again, they didn't have the manpower if there were issues to fix it at that time. I get it. But issues with the panelist badge, as well as our room changing, and me, like, we didn't know it changed. The people
Our
that were
fans
there
had to tell us. All of you in Girls Can't Geek Land had to DM us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was like, okay, because our room was 619, which I was excited about because 619 is San Diego and that's where I'm from. So I was like, cool, I can remember that room.
69 with somebody in the middle. But like, let's be real, the chat is going crazy. Chanel Hallowell was like, I liked it when it was still in Dallas and much smaller. And then they was like, Miss Curly Wave said, it was giving ghetto.
It was. We was in the ghetto.
They changed 619.
Okay.
We wanted to go to 619, y'all. Jig, we was upset.
It was a mess. Okay. So they moved the room day of. Like, actually, like 30 minutes before, I was like, let me open the app and make sure. And it still says 619. The people that showed up there had to tell us, no, 615. I'm like, where's 615? Right.
But let's focus on the people then.
Right.
So they told us the people then was there.
Yeah.
We walked in and the people then walked in before us. Like,
it was beautiful. It was a real moment. Like,
we love y'all. We love y'all.
Y'all walking in. Like, and I know for sure because Jiggly and Goku, y'all had your pole and twerk class at BlurCon. So I know y'all have to know what it feels like when you walk in that room. You're like, yo, there's people in here for us. This is crazy, right? So
waiting, like that expectant, that waiting, that what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna hear about that? Tell us.
Are they gonna enjoy what I brought in here? Is my voice gonna crack as soon as I open my mouth? Like all of those things, they run through your head.
Yeah, and not only that, but like usually at BlurCon, I have a line around the like wrapped around usually the floor that I'm on, and it's always to max capacity. So like I always get surprised because I'm just like, I hope you guys know that it's a twerk class where everyone has to participate and you're not getting twerked on. So it's just surprising. I don't expect it. Is it bad if I don't expect anybody to show up?
You
I just hope
should. You that girl. You that girl. Let's just be honest, okay?
I'm just like, if people love it, they'll come. And those are the people that I want in my space. So that's usually my main thought. Whether that people have to sing before a crowd of 50 before they have to sing before a crowd of 500,000. So, I just think of it that way.
Yeah, it felt okay. So not saying I didn't think nobody was going to show up, right? But when you walk in that door, you're like, if it's just going to be like me and the homies, that's cool too, right?
Yeah.
That's what my thought process was. Because it helped me at least calm down because I was so nervous. I've done panels before at Phoenix Fan Fusion. So doing panels outside of my comfort zone, I was like, but they came through and I was looking at the crowd and I was recognizing faces from our followers. And I was like, wait, is that Will? wait, is that so and so? Is that so and so? Oh snap! There's Young Deuces. Da da da. Like I'm sitting here like putting faces to names that I've talked to in the comments or through just
That's so
Girls Can Geek.
sweet.
I was fangirling of the crowd. Okay. So yeah, so like all the BS aside, that bumped up my score, okay? Because I was like, this is a 2. Doing the panel bumped it up. I want to bump it up a little bit more to maybe a 7.5, 8. And that's just because the group that got to go, I got to meet some people that I've been chatting with for 4+ years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since COVID. Finally got to meet Shells. Finally got to meet Kai in person. I got to re-hug Chanel. I was like, can I have a hug? Okay, thank you. Hi. You know what I mean? But I was also missing out on Jiggly and Goku as well. I was like, I want my hugs, right? But we're going to make it happen or whatever. But with that long-winded answer, I'm going to say, thinking about it afterwards, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll bump it up just a little bit.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, there was just a lot that was going on. I know
there's so much that can happen. It's like right before you hop up on a riser or like on a stage, it's like you have these plans, these notes, and then you don't know how you're going to be able to fare out or contend with weather, right?
Yeah.
Or flight plans or bad administration that means less people are there or more people are in the audience than you imagined. And that shit was tough because the update on the iPad didn't let us be great, but we were greater because of our community. And that says a lot. I think it has a lot to do with what you're mentioning about when you guys were at BlurredCon. You said Jig, Goku, you said you and Jig were at BlurredCon and the line was like wrapped around on the floor that you were twerking at. And then when you're doing cosplay, Jig, everybody at BlurredCon knows the kind of thickums, like Thickums McNasty, Inuyasha. We talked about it. I hope. Did you guys watch that? I mean, everybody out here in Girls Can't Geek Land knows the cosplay ability, right? And I just feel like when it comes to the antics that the 5 of us, like all our shenanigans, really do deserve a line around the block, rather. But it's like, how does it differ between the cons?
And if I may say, but before we like go into the difference between BlurredCon and DreamCon, does anybody want to share any of their like general con experiences where maybe you're not a panelist or you're just going to enjoy yourself and the crowd is not so niche?
So I have some things to say on that just because I've been to 2 conventions now. I went to one of them twice, but it's the same convention, and then another one where I was not a panelist, but I was a vendor. So I assisted. You were with me that time, Goku, when we assisted Bat Waifu, which is now Lanani, vending at HBCU Con. And then I've been to PoleCon, which is not necessarily part of the nerd and geek community, but it is for like, you know, pole dancers and pole athletes and things like that. I've been to there. So like being in that space, attending a convention is different to me than being a panelist because you are on all day, right? When you're at the table and you're selling to people and talking to them about your products and, you know, maybe assisting people with their style choices or their fashion choices. Do we have this in another size? Can I pre-order this? Come back later with my friends, like all of this stuff. But it is super exhausting. So shout out to the vendors and the artists that come to these conventions and deal with the loads of people all day long. Phrasing. It's it's a tough thing to do, but man, you make the experience for the people who are attending, right? They remember stopping by your table. They take a piece of something that they bought home and they remember you, or your item now becomes a part of their life and their daily experiences. So like, you know, being a panelist at a con is fun. Being an attendee at a con is fun. Being a vendor at a con is something else. It's something else for real.
I agree. Like, well, my vendor experience was HBCU Con with you and Lynn, but I would say just going. I like to go to the little mini North Carolina Comic Cons, and they're always interesting. My experience going to that, I went like towards the latter part of 2023, and I went in not knowing anybody, but I went out like making new friends, and also my cosplay was really good. But it was a
What was the cosplay? What was the cosplay?
I was Vixen from DC. Yeah. So it was pretty cool, and then I got like interviews from some people from the PBS, North Carolina PBS station, and
Hey,
it was interesting. But I will say that it's not as, it's more diverse in a way where there's more white and black if you can read between the lines. There's more 8x11 and different colors on the spectrum, you know, that thing. So it was different in that way. I feel like BlurredCon is the best smelling con I've been to, because some of these other cons are a bit funky. I can't say that much.
So they be smelling bad too?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
need to interject real quick.
At DreamCon, I want to say.
I need to interject real quick, Bunny. I want to interject real quick because Goku glossed over it, but you need to go check out her Vixen cosplay on her page. I'm just saying. She tried to drive right past that. She tried to get past it. I said what cosplay was that? And she said, "Oh, Vixen," and then she went on about her story. No, go to her page, please. And
can somebody drop?
She was out here looking
right now. Fizz, drop the link to the fucking cosplay post in the chat, Fizz and
I was going to. I'm sorry you thought I was going to drive past that. I'm sorry you thought that. I know you thought that. I know you thought that.
You know, right now I'm truly myself, by wanting to just move past the stuff, and that's just, it's just me being me, and people just happen to enjoy it.
I want the chat to drop that link in the motherfucking real quick. I need to see the Vixen cosplay again.
Yeah.
Again.
I might bring that. I might bring that back, but I did. Wait a minute. This wasn't what we planned to say, but we did, in our own ways, take our little social media breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Mm-hmm. I feel like world premiere that they have from 106.
World premiere.
Wait, let me put my fake dreads on real quick, and then I'll introduce it.
Yeah. And I hope it was a video of my cosplay and not me twerking to the Pokemon theme song. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because that wouldn't help anything. But I can say the main thing from DreamCon that I want to talk about, that we all got to talk about, is the DreamCon in real life versus the fucking FOMO. Okay, because that part right there, like, Trina already said it. She already said it. Being here, and Bunny doesn't even say Trina. Being here with Ray and Bunny, and being able to hug. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then seeing y'all saw Shells in person, I bet that was dope, because I feel like he's tall. Is he tall or is he short?
He's tall. Him and Kai are tall. Like,
yeah.
just real quick break, because Jen mentioned it. But I'm gonna give a shout out to Kai, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Shells real quick, because Kai, like, you know how Kai is. He sits down, he likes to make himself small. It never registered. Oh, look, he's walking out his door. Look at the door frame and see how tall he is from the door frame. It never registered in my mind. And everybody in the chat was like, yeah, he's tall. He's tall, Trent. And I'm like, but a lot of people are tall because I'm 5'5", right? But then see, like, I literally turned around because I saw Shells first. Right. I was like, oh shit, Shells is tall too? What the hell happened here? So I hugged Shells. Shells gives the best hugs, by the way. He gave the big old bear hug, you know, just like, it's been a long time, right? Felt good, felt warm, comforting, right? I can smell the rich Batman off of him. So shout out to Shells. But Kai, then I like turn and I'm like, God damn, he's up here too. Made no sense to me. Okay. Like, how tall. Like, I felt like I had to like run and jump and hug these people. Like, that's how tall. Okay. But it was great. These were hugs that were needed for many years. Okay.
I hate that I missed it, but also life be life and like a motherfucker, but you know.
Yes, it does.
Oh, another thing. I always enjoy seeing how beautiful everybody is in person. That's like one of my favorite things, because like when you meet your favorite I want to hear this from y'all, because there are a lot of our favorite streamers, but you don't actually see how beautiful that they are until you meet them in person. And I'm really spiritual with energy. So you can also feel like, maybe not. Or you could be like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. He's so dope. What did you guys get to experience that at DreamCon? Like that aura thing, seeing someone in person and being like, okay, this is filter, you know, or not filter. Yeah, filter aesthetically, but also filter like this is an act. Yes. You know, what was that like for you guys?
I'll go first. Again, just seeing the group again and seeing some like Kai and Shells in person for the first time, like solidified it. So it's like, I think I've met everybody in the chat at this point, but out on the floor of DreamCon, it felt very posery. So when I tell you, I was just like, I feel very weird.
Yep.
That's the vibe I was getting, a lot of it. Now,
poser, or okay, we got to switch that to Gen Z.
Okay.
Or TikTok. You mean like
clout? Okay. Very, very
cloud chasing.
Sorry, this is the elder millennial here.
Posers.
We changed posers to clout.
Posers.
Yeah, they is clout chaser, right?
Yeah,
clout chaser. I was just like, just straight clout, because they be throwing around that word Sigma, and I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Here, the vibes were Ohio. There we go. The vibes were Ohio, and there wasn't skibbity going on.
I don't like that one either. Skibbity?
Yeah, I hate that one too. Oh my god. I still don't know what it means.
I don't know that one. Honestly, I think I don't know. It's like I know a lot of the words because I'm Black and it's really AAVE, but then I don't know some words because it doesn't sound like it came from somebody that articulates the way I do, if you can read between the lines. So I'm like, wait a minute now. Hold on now.
But yeah, clout. It felt very clout chasing, like a lot of clout chasing. Which
I'm
of course,
so happy we didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
I'm really glad none of us had that problem because it felt so obsessive.
Yes.
Jig. It felt like LA Jig. It felt like LA in Austin. It was weird.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I prefer Long Beach to LA just because of that. Just because of that. Yeah, just because of that. Because you don't need to know what does a follower count mean, because some of you niggas can pay for bots. So what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
The
Yeah.
amount of professional cameras that were just in the hallway while you're minding your business. It's like, it's one thing if you were doing like photo shoot staged setups and everything else, because there were a lot of people who were doing that with their cosplays, which was great. That was fun to watch. But then you also had people literally just walking around with this camera and they're like, look at this. Look. And we even had an instance where me and T were trying to walk by and we saw somebody get ready to take a picture. So both of us stopped and was trying to let him take the picture. He goes, no, no, go, go. Soon as we get in the line of his camera, snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a lot of taking advantage of the lack of administration, the lack of security. We felt safe because Girls Can't Geek keeps us safe. We did not feel safe because of campus security. We did not feel
I feel
anything outside of our direct community was the reason why people did not fuck with us, because we got escorted into the most craziest of bars, never a roofie. We left when we felt like it. Bitches might have had an attitude because we wanted chicken at 1 a.m, but bitches never spat in our shit.
Hey, that chicken was fire.
It was. But I will say, shout out to everybody who showed up for the panel, because that was where the good people were.
Yes.
Like, everybody was super sweet. Everybody was.
It was respectful.
Really,
it was so respectful in there. Like, we even had we asked, the audience questions, and there were some wild answers in that audience, but we were respectful of it. And then afterwards we were able to talk with them, because we were the last panel. I wish we knew that, but we were the last panel in that room, so we got to sit back and talk with people, and it was really nice. So like, to go off your question, Goku, that energy, loved it. It was like, I felt comfortable, I felt at home, I felt at peace. But as soon as you left that room, I tell you what, if there was like, here, it was just a camera. Can
I just say something about that, right?
Yes.
Somebody earlier mentioned bots.
Yes.
That comes from building and engaging with your community in an organic way and being authentic to the space that you occupy. You felt safe and you recognize faces because you know these people. Talk to these people. They show up for you because they get a chance to talk to you, because they get a chance to engage with you, engage with us, right? So like, that is a beautiful thing, and I wish that more creators were like that, because I have definitely met people in this space that I have admired from the internet distance, and maybe even the DM distance. But then we got in person and it's like, oh, that was a representative of who you are. And I'm not going to say it was your best foot forward, but that second foot that came after it, it's a foot I don't like. I can't do it. I've also met people who I have known from the internet distance and maybe even the DM distance, and we now have solid friendships.
Yeah,
bitches.
I concur. But what I was gonna say is, like, this is a word for just another episode. But there are some people that got picked on and talked about because, yes, they had genuine bullies and they were nerds. But some of y'all motherfuckers were also just weird and mean.
Very.
And that's why you got picked on.
Very.
And I don't want to say anything that's going to hurt people's feelings, but I can't help but be honest. So I'm going to say this in the best Sierra way possible. So if it hurts your feelings, it's whatever. Okay. Goku. And then, all right. What I'm going to say is, we get caught up in the mainstream a lot, and loving anime and cosplay now because other people are opening up about it sometimes can feel like just because it's a trend, everyone wants to be there. And I feel like that's what I saw from having my FOMO on my TL, on my timeline from you guys. And I feel like the people that are at the very top are finally like, I mean, because of who the con is started by, he started his shit organically. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel like because they're all in that moment of like living in their glory, there's some things and aspects of it that they are forgetting about. And I want to kind of go into experiences with safety. And I feel like because they were spending a lot of time like being a celebrity, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I'm not going, if I can watch y'all motherfuckers do that shit on YouTube, I'm not going to watch you niggas do it in real life. I don't give a fuck that much. I don't care that much to see people that I see on TikTok, you know, unless I feel moved by it. But there's less engagement and entertainment and stimulation. So it's just like we talk about kids watching people play with toys on YouTube. That's the same thing we do with streamers. So who are we to speak? You know?
Right.
My thing is like, I feel like because so many of those big people were there and they're, you know, in the spotlight getting clout or whatever, there's a lot of strings that were loose. And one of the biggest things I feel like was safety.
Yes.
One of the biggest things was safety because I sent Trent a video of some fucking weirdo who was assaulting people at DreamCon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, did you hear about this? And then I had asked her earlier about her DreamCon experience, and she was telling me the distaste she had with the energy of it being super male-centered or just the aspect of safety not being considered at all. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to talk about that and share your experiences with that, because that's something that stuck out to me. I'm like, it doesn't seem like they put women first. If they like the only women that I see that are advertised or pushed are the women that fit the cutesy stereotypic aesthetic that they want. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like if you're outside of that realm of looks or whatever, it doesn't seem like you're taken care of. Kind of like the I can only respect the woman I'm attracted to type T. You know?
Yeah.
So like it's just like I can feel that from looking at the stuff. I could see that there's a whole bunch of young niggas there, young men there. The women are there, but they don't talk about their experience, and the stuff they talk about is kind of trendy, and it's like what they hear the guys say, so they want the guys to like them, and they want clout too. And it's like, I don't know, it's like they're not being genuine enough. That's the energy that I got from my timeline. And that's why I kind of didn't want to go to DreamCon, because that's something that I noticed every time. I'm like, okay, it's like a girl's girl, right? Mm-hmm. We love a girl's girl, but I don't think DreamCon is a girl's girl just yet. It's like your cousin that you get along with because your mom says so, you know? Like, okay, like let's really just put this shit on. I have a good time with my cousin, but mom, can we go in like 30 minutes? Like, like that.
Right.
You know, that's how DreamCon feels with my FOMO. And I hated the fact that I didn't get to see you guys, but also I felt kind of relieved because I didn't have to go through that weird energy shit with the predatory experiences. And if you guys could talk about that, my bad. I just
no. Think about this. Hold on, Ray.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. The fact that you got that and you weren't physically there says something, because everything you're saying is literally hitting the head on the nail. Like everything to a T you just said is exactly what I saw and or experienced there. I'll let Ray go ahead and say her piece and I'll say mine afterwards, but you literally covered like the whole DreamCon. That's why my rating was so low, because of that. So Ray, if you want to go ahead and take that.
I'll put it this way. I made it clear even on the panel, because of my anxiety, I don't like being the center. I don't want all eyes on me. I like being just another person in the crowd, maybe part of a group. Like with you guys, I'm comfortable here because it's not this. What I noticed is that, like you said, there was very little time for people to be expressive and themselves. It was more of a put yourself on. The people, you could tell which people were there because they were genuinely trying to get a feel, trying to enjoy, and there for what the con should be for. And then you have the others, like at one point, me and Kai were walking around, and we noticed that there were so many, what they call it, content rooms. And it was, you popped your head and all they did, and I mean, to be honest, it is a good idea if it was like one big room where because they built these little elaborate little stage sets for people to take photos or act out their characters or whatever. Great. That's a great idea. But they were everywhere. And it seems like unless you were well known and what people like to goggle at, there was no thought about what you really would like or want to incorporate. Like, because of their connection, you would have thought that there was a lot more creative thought put into it. Yeah. And then again, the security, they pull it all back. We talked to Kai at one point, and Kai was like, I'm not comfortable with leaving you guys alone.
He never left our side. He really never left our side. Like if we were walking through the merch.
Come on, brother Kai.
Shout out to Kai being the tall bodyguard we all needed. Okay.
Kai put his granddaddy pants on. He said, "Y'all ain't going nowhere without me."
Pretty much.
Hold on, baby.
True to that the whole time, and when we were talking about it, we kind of got in the room and was like, "Hey, so how you guys are feeling?" He was like, "I saw the looks. It made me uncomfortable. I didn't feel comfortable with leaving any of you alone because of that." And it was one thing to have that confirmation that it's not just that voice in your head saying, chill out, chill out, chill out. Somebody's like this on you. And I mean, we've talked about it where I've had a similar issue elsewhere where the group kind of pulled together and helped me out. And like I said, I will forever be happy to go anywhere you all are.
Right.
But it's just quite a bit that they have to get worked out. They need to figure out making sure that it's for everyone. Like I said, I honestly think there should be more engagement, and the best way to do that, especially when it comes to the women, is talk to the women. Like there was multiple women-led panels that were there. One of the girls that was at our panel, she had a panel the next day, and hers was also a woman-based panel. If they were concerned about making this for everyone, they could have just reached out to the female-led panels that they have scheduled and said, "Hey, what do you guys need to feel comfortable? What would you guys like to see that would be appealing to your faction of the group?" That in and of itself could make this so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm laughing because of them damn TikToks with the ladies, and they're like,
I'm trying so hard not to do it, but that's all I can think. I'm like,
And we're all like,
I'm thinking that, and then I'm gonna shout out Fizz right now. He said Levi Kai Ackerman.
Yeah. Top tier, observant, and protector. And also, y'all's comments are hitting, by the way. Fire Rabbit.
We're reading them.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. She said they're not seeing the forest for the trees. Ooh, poetic. They need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Hopefully, that will help them refocus. And I missed the end.
And fix the issues.
Definitely
Fire Rabbit will see you, okay?
I went and got my bonnet and my mug because this was me and my FOMO watching my timeline the whole time everybody was at DreamCon, especially all my friends. I had no qualms about missing the convention because I have heard, and as you guys have spoken, there was not a huge focus on making the convention something fun for people to attend and do activities. It was more about creating content and for content creators. And if that's the way they want to brand the convention, fine, just make it clear that, like, unless I'm a hardcore content creator, probably not going to have fun here. But I personally had FOMO because I missed all my friends that were attending, and I wanted to see all my friends and be together with my friends and do shit like go see the Deadpool movie together. That's what I want. That's where my FOMO came from. I was like, the whole group is gonna be there, and I'm not talking about like just the GCG land. Shout out to GCG land and Levi Kai Ackerman. Like, it's just the whole bit. Like, I was upset about missing y'all, but I had lots of other friends that were attending DreamCon, and some of them for the first time, and they were reaching out to me like, oh, are you coming? Are you gonna go? No, I can't make it. I'm not going because of blah, 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 blah. So me and my bonnet and my mug and my phone, we did this. Yeah. And we wished that we were there, so much so that I went to go see Deadpool on opening night because I knew that the chat was gonna be on fire about it, and I didn't want it. I know you guys love me, but I knew y'all was gonna spoil that shit, and I was not about to have it. So I saw the movie.
We did so good. We were like, whoa, who hasn't seen it yet? And then it's like, I'm gonna see it tomorrow. And we're like, all right, well, wait, we did really good this time. Now, in the past, we might have spoiled some shit, but this time we did really good in not spoiling the movie. But
imagine if I had not gone to see it, though, then I would have been one of those people who would be like, no, wait for me, don't talk. No, I didn't want to do that. I went to see it so I could participate in a conversation with you guys because I couldn't go to the DreamCon.
Oh my gosh. No, it was felt. I'll tell you that. I know I mentioned it quite a few times. Where I was like, I really wish every single person could have been here. Like, I was taking the group pictures. I'm like,
we're trying for you.
There's space for Goku and there's space for Jiggly here. Shoot, Javi can be back here. Nels can be. Like, I was sitting here placing y'all in my pictures in my heart, and I couldn't. That's why I was asking y'all to send me pictures anyway, so I could like Photoshop y'all in there. But yeah, so like I understand the FOMO because I had FOMO with y'all not being there, if that makes sense. Like, I was there having fun with the people that were there, but I was like, dang, I really wish y'all also were here. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But I could tell y'all right now, I'm happy that you guys didn't go because y'all bullshit meter would have been broken. It would have been off the chart. You'd be like, I'm gonna stay in my hotel room. Y'all come get me when y'all ready, or I'm gonna be on 6th Street enjoying some chicken and some alcohol, whatever, and smoking or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like would have happened if y'all two were there. You know what I mean?
Chicken and smoking will get me real quick.
my meter for bullshit, it's not very, like, I have a lot of patience, But I also have a lot of I bet you better fucking not as well. So it's like whichever one decides to come out. And then I know like I'm happy that the weather was humid but not hot this year for y'all. But was it hot or was it both? Was the humid just still fucking crazy that it just made it feel terrible?
I'll say this, being dry heat over here, right? And I've lived in San Diego my whole life, right? I understand San Diego humid. I visited Atlanta humid. Every humid is different at this point.
Right.
It don't make no sense. So getting off the airplane, I was like, ugh.
Mhm.
I should have brought my straightener because the way my hair started going, I was like, is it going to last the 3 days I'm here, right? But it was hot the first day. And then the rest of the weekend, it was fine. And even the like Uber driver's like, oh, it's normally like 90 degrees. It's only 80 something. You guys came at a good time. I was like, yeah, I guess. Well, my pits are sweating. But, you know, I get it.
It was bayou sticky.
Yeah, it felt very sticky, but it wasn't the worst I've experienced as far as weather-wise. But when I brought my cosplay, which was Yorichi, I was like, I'm having my cheeks out because ain't no way I'm wearing pants in Texas. It's just not happening. So sorry for y'all too. Y'all missed my cheeks. They was out. Okay. They was jiggling through the thing. But I only felt comfortable wearing that because I had our group around me. Okay. And I wanted to piggyback off of what Ray was saying earlier. The biggest issue that I felt was when we were in the merch area. Okay. There was men everywhere. Okay. And I get it. It was a male dominated con at this point. With the cameras, and I saw at least 4 different men with a posse of 20 other niggas, okay, with the chains, and they just following this person. I'm like, who is this person anyways? Is there a necessary reason for 20 of y'all? And they all look like they're just feeding off of the guy that they're following. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I was getting. But yes,
just like a boy.
Sounds a little homoerotic.
It was very like, I'm telling you, big groups following one person with multiple cameras and stuff. And I'm sitting here like, I get it, make your content. But you're literally, they weren't buying anything. They're just literally walking around just in a circle.
Oh my gosh. Did you
to make it look like there's something.
Did you see that video of that guy? You could tell like he was literally being a bully. It was like it was a guy dressed up in a Sailor Moon outfit.
Yes, we saw him.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, you did?
We were actually in the vendor hall at the exact time that went down because we saw the guy with the camera and we saw Sailor Mars. Because we all stopped. It said Sailor Mars. We loved his fit. We were like, Sailor Mars. It's perfect. And we saw the guy, mind you, he's itty bitty. Ain't so whitey. He about my size.
He's very small.
Oh, I didn't know he was that small.
Yeah, no, he's
not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, Ray.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, for you to be walking around with that much bravado, you sitting here telling people what's cool, what ain't, what you should be looking like, and what you shouldn't. Don't look like a cereal box.
Oh.
Don't look like somebody can just pick you up off the shelf and shake you up a little bit and put you right back down. That probably isn't the best move to make.
Damn.
Yeah. It was bad. Like really like think about that though.
Rude. Or Sailor and Sailor Mars. It was very rude. It was
very.
It was very rude.
And there was a lot of that though. Like
but did they paid to come in and do that to people?
Yes.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Like there were so many amazing cosplays that I saw. And I'm walking by, I'm like, oh my gosh, that cosplay is cool. And I'm seeing other guys walk by. Now, I didn't see any women or identifying women that were giving the looks that the men were giving. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, I love your cosplay, blah, blah, let's take pictures, right? Boom, boom, boom. Guys are just, oh, he's weird. Oh, and I'm like, why are you here? But again, it's because DreamCon has put itself as the content influencer con, not
Yep.
let's go get dressed up in cosplay and do fun things con, like
Girl.
other cons are. So you have people in there that probably don't actually fuck with anime, video games, manga, comics, whatever it may be. And not saying that's the only reason you should be there, but you can definitely tell they were there to get their videos taken, get the pictures taken, and get some content out of it and be like, this is my experience at DreamCon. A bunch of nerds. And they was dressed like Sailor Mars. And they were some weirdos. Like, that's the vibe I was getting the entire time. Especially
You're a
with the
weirdo
group
to pay
walking
this much
by.
money to get in a convention and go talk about people in it. That's
Exactly.
Unfortunately, the internet does not allow people to have the discernment to tell a lame ass nigga from a dope ass nigga. And that's all the fuck I got to say. And if the thing is, if you have something in you where you like to talk about people and it feeds something in you, that just means that that's the type of individual that they are. They're very vapid, shallow people that want to be somebody. And they feel like in order to be somebody, they gotta be mean.
Yeah.
That's the
And
thing. And it sucks. It definitely sucks. But that's the way the world is, unfortunately.
yeah,
You know?
I'll say just off of going to BlurCon and then going to DreamCon,
Yep.
two totally different cons
Night and
in
day.
every aspect. I will say with DreamCon, again, if I was to go there by myself, I would not go there by myself. Like, I wouldn't go. Especially what I know now. I did not feel safe. Like I said, we were looking at merch. We were like, oh, let's go over to this thing. And people walking through, we get cut off, right? Thank God Kai's tall enough because he's like, oh, Bunny went that way. Oh, Ray's over there. Oh, Jen's right here. You know what I mean? He was able to spot where we are because, again, we're short. So it's like, where'd my people go? I did not feel safe there. The only place I will say I felt safe was, one, our panel room. Two, I got to go into the YouTube creator lounge. Now that vibe, totally different. Real chill vibes. Everybody was sweet in there. Nobody was acting out. Nobody was being weird or anything like that. Okay. I felt safe in there for two reasons. One, because the vibe was matching what I wanted it to match. Two, they actually had security at the door. If there was no security, I was like, I'm not sure I want to be in there. Okay. And like actual security, not like they're just standing at the door doing nothing. Like they had actual security guards, like patting people down to get into like the big dance room or whatever it was. That would make me feel a little bit more safer. But like going to BlurCon, I could walk around BlurCon by myself and be A-okay. Not saying there's no creeps there, because there's definitely creeps there, but it's not at an all-time high like it was at DreamCon. And they also didn't have a bunch of cameras to follow their creepiness or their rudeness or being mean to other people, if that makes sense.
Do you think it's because the crowd is older at BlurCon?
Actually, no, because at the panel we had quite a few I don't want to say older, but older people. They were like mid-30s, 40s, going into 50s.
When I say older, that's what I mean.
Yeah, like no, like there was people definitely there at DreamCon that were older, and even they were saying like, this feels off, like this feels weird. I don't feel welcomed. And it's not necessarily saying the age, but it could also be the age. Like, why is this old person at DreamCon when this is a influencer thing? Influencers aren't old. You can't be here. That's the vibes that they were getting. That I got to talk to some people from the panel afterwards that were telling me this. BlurCon is all ages. You got little kids. I think I've seen 2 kids total at DreamCon. I'm like, I don't want these kids here. Like, they probably should not be here. But BlurCon, little itty bitty kids, little babies in strollers, and then all the way up to everybody that's 60, 70, 80 years old cosplaying, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going there to go, oh, why are you dressed up as Master Roshi? You look weird. You're old. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? If Sailor Mars was at BlurCon, I guarantee he would have had the other Sailor Scouts also bulked up in sailor outfits. You know what I mean? And there would have been no issues. You know what I mean? Like there is again, they're two different cons.
Yeah.
Just like for me, we have Phoenix Fan Fusion. It's like Phoenix Comic Con, but they changed the name. That one is a lot bigger. You know, you got a lot more celebrities and stuff like that. But I feel like DreamCon's trying to be big like TwitchCon, like San Diego Comic Con, like New York Comic Con, the big ones. And they're growing so fast that they're not able to handle the growth to make sure everybody is included, inclusive, and safe.
Girl, and what I will say, I'm going to say it, but I don't want it to happen. But I feel like, unfortunately, something will have to go virally wrong. Like, in a really bad way for people to start saying that they don't want to go, because that's what happened to BlurCon. And it seems like that's the only thing that gets people's attention. Something going viral to put a negative light on it, and people who don't go chime in, and that's the only thing that would, you know.
And to your point, and Jen had brought it. I think it was Jen. I hope it was Jen. If it wasn't Jen, sorry, I saw your comment. But they brought up the fact that they weren't checking badges the whole time we were there.
Yeah, that was Jen that said that. Yeah.
Nobody was checking badges.
Not one badge was checked. So, like, you don't even know if the people are supposed to be there, if they have a right to be there, because you could just walk into a panel room and sit down. It could be completely empty. Well, what is this person doing in the panel room? And there's nobody here, and you don't have a panel badge. Nobody's checking.
Yeah.
And those are areas that leave people open for that instance that you're speaking of to actually coincide at the event, because who's there to stop it?
Right.
Yeah, it was. Here's the thing, DreamCon, I love the thought process behind the app. Most cons do have apps, which I love, because you can plan your stuff out. You can see who's doing what at what time and where, right? But if you put so much emphasis on RSVPing, making sure you got your badge, and like I said, I had a whole issue first day, like got off the plane, took an Uber, went straight to go grab my badge, and I already was having issues. I was like, oh gosh, they're going to be so tough. Security's going to be tight with these badges, with the RSVP. And they wasn't checking nothing. And I mean, absolutely nothing. I'm seeing lines. Okay. I remember we were leaving, I don't remember what floor. We were on like the 3rd or 4th floor, coming down the escalator. And I was like, what is that line for over there? And it wrapped all the way to where I couldn't even see the end of it, because it was just so many people. There wasn't no ropes or anything like that to have a line to make it more secure, I guess, or make you know what's going on. It was just whoever was there. You was in line. They was just like, all right, y'all can come in. I don't even know what the event was because they weren't checking anything. Now, if it's like, oh, that line looks pretty long. Oh, that's RSVP to go watch them play basketball, to go do dodgeball, to go do the Family Feud or something, that would make sense. But it was just,
no, I'm not gonna watch them. I'm not gonna watch
those
people
were activities.
yes.
Those are the same. Those are also the same activities from last year. That's the thing.
We're all the same people in them?
Yes. So same, like everything, like all the big names, they was on the same basketball team. They was battling other people on big names on another basketball team playing basketball. I don't need to watch that personally. Family Feud, I guess that's funny, but again, it's the same thing.
But there were people, but to your point, right? I don't understand it, but there were lines. There were lines of people who wanted to see that. So they are providing something that people do want. And so then it just becomes, is this the con for you? Is this the con of your choice?
Right.
Is what it boils down to. And I think that, like, in thinking about how it's marketed, maybe that needs to be changed, maybe it needs to be marketed a little bit more towards what is actually happening there, so you have much more of an idea of what's going on. Because I tell you what, if I actually would have made it there, and the activities that were presented to me were watch y'all play dodgeball, or watch y'all play basketball, or watch y'all play Family Feud, like what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah,
I'm in a power cosplay. Why am I watching y'all play basketball?
yes.
Right.
And here's the thing with the activities. I feel like the lines were long just because it's like, oh, it's them. I get to physically see them in person. And I get that. You want to see your favorite YouTubers, Twitch, whatever.
Right.
But I feel like they're disconnected at this point. They're too big to be a part of their community, if that makes sense. Two, if they did it where you can have like a raffle chance, you get a chance to play against them in basketball, play against them Family Feud, play against them dodgeball. That would be crazy. I think that'd be, first of all, they'd make so much money. Like, buy a raffle ticket for $100 to see if you get chosen to be on the court with them. You know what I mean? That's what should have happened. But it's just big names versus big names. Big names versus big names. Big names with their friends against big name with friends. You know what I mean? That would make more sense with this kind of DreamCon, because it's like,
it sounds like an all-star game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's all it was.
And that's cool if it's like one of them, but why y'all got four of those? Why y'all playing basketball and then dodgeball and then volleyball and then mini golf and then frisbee golf? Like what is it?
Like I said earlier, it's all to feed that ego.
Yes.
That they made it. And the thing is, they can make it's at this point, it's just to make money now.
Yeah.
Certain things. And you can make bank off of people and use them a little bit better than that. But I'm sorry, I know how that sounds. It sounds terrible.
No. This was a money grab.
But you've done better. Stop laughing at me, G.
No, I'm laughing at Fizz's comment.
Yeah, I was trying to hold it in.
But and drink the anime and twerk. I did not have anime and twerk this past year at BlurCon. I got COVID. And I basically life was also lifing for me on top of COVID. So I just wasn't there. For anyone that's listening and it's like, oh, I cut my locks off, so obviously life has been lifing for me. So
And you're feeling better, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. Life be life, and
life is life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I'd rather cry than do crack, though. Rather cry than do crack. Woo!
But a few people said it, but DJ Dope Vibes, he said, I feel like DreamCon is really a popularity contest, and that's really all it is.
Yeah.
Like, life is lifing, and the shit that we had to pull just for me to get over there, I'm looking back, I'm like, I only had fun because my friends were there. If my friends were not there, I would have been A-okay not showing up, because it was the same stuff from last year and the year before and all that stuff, right? Yes, we're all glad Goku's fine.
Yes,
we're glad that you battled it. And yes, it's all them Flintstone vitamins from back in the day. But like, it is a popularity contest to the point where there's only so much that I wanted to physically be in the building. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm good here. Y'all good? Y'all want to go outside and do something? Yeah, let's go do something. Why are we having fun at the convenience store across the street from the hotel? We had more fun in there picking out fruit and making mimosas than in actual DreamCon. We went and we got to watch Deadpool with Wolverine together. That was beautiful. I would love to talk about that for a hot second. Okay?
I was about to say, speaking of popularity contest, because what the fuck? At this point, Deadpool is just a homoerotic fest for men who use gay jokes to laugh. It's like it wasn't a Deadpool Wolverine movie. It was like Hangover featuring men in spandex. Like it wasn't good. And Marvel's doing this whole motherfucking thing where they just let's not focus on character development. Let's name drop from comics. Let's put characters in there to tease the next phase of movie that we're gonna have. Like, it was nice looking at people's buttholes and bodies, but that, what else? Like, it was fun, but I'm not gonna watch it again. That's how I feel.
I love the movie. Like, I have the exact opposite of what you're saying, which is fine because we're both entitled to how we feel about the movie. I loved it for many reasons, and I'm gonna just do spoiler alert because the way I'm about to start talking, I might say some stuff. So if you have not seen it, either mute, walk away, go pee, grab a snack, and come back. Okay.
I get spoiled.
I've seen it twice. Okay, I feel like it's been out long enough. Spoiler alert, you're gonna see some stuff. Going as a group was so much like I feel like it made the movie better for me, if that makes sense. Because it's like, yeah, we're all here to watch the same thing together, and I get to see y'all's reaction and hear y'all at the same time. When, spoiler alert, Blade walked out,
yeah,
we all screamed. Blade walked out with his little white soul patch goatee, and I was like, not Uncle Blade in this movie. When I tell you, that was the highlight of that entire movie for me, especially the first time. The second time, Hugh Jackman's ass, but we'll discuss that later. It was so awesome to see that in the movie, but then to be looking down the road and everybody's having the same reaction I'm having, like, oh shit, Blade, the Blade, and he said there's only gonna be one Blade, and I was like, and it better be, okay. You goddamn right, okay.
Yeah.
We were like, ooh, Elektra, Blade. hype. And then Gambit. And I was like, oh my God, Channing Tatum, I love him. He's so fine. Gambit. Love him. But Blade was the thing for me. But I felt so much more for that movie because I was with the GCG crew. Okay. I loved it. I would have had fun watching the movie by myself, but being with the group outside of DreamCon, all the DreamCon drama was left at DreamCon. I was focused on here is what's in front of me, which was the homies, which was my family, my internet family that I got to see and hang out with. It was, and the soundtrack. First of all, the 90s kid in me was happy the entire time. Okay, I was in sync right off bat. Guess what? Me and Jen were singing. We sang the whole song through and through. Okay. Is there a lot of butt jokes? Abso-fucking-lutely. It could be overboard. And then I don't want to make an excuse. It's like, well, that's Deadpool. But you know what I mean? It's like, that's Deadpool. But I don't want that to be an excuse for them just to continue doing the same jokes over and over again.
Deadpool is a superhero that talks too much.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's
and I love to talk too. So Deadpool and I and Deadpool, we are one. He makes the jokes that I be making a lot. Okay. Wolverine, that man, Hugh Jackman. I want to just hug him. If anybody out there in GCG world can tell me how to apply to be a baby oiler, let me know.
I'm weak.
Let me know. There's plenty of people that need to be baby oiled up, and my hands work. You see these are working hands. They will do the job. It was a great movie. Right. All of a sudden, I'm a Wolverine fan. Like, I love Wolverine, but seeing that Wolverine, I was like, you know what?
Oh no,
All
I
of a sudden, when I tell you Wolverine, not Logan, Wolverine is my X-Men crush. It's something
Wait,
about
which one?
the yellow spandex. The yellow spandex. And when I tell you, I was like, when he pulled his helmet,
Just flowing juices
like,
everywhere.
It was back there the whole time. Oh my gosh! And I told you I went.
I'm sorry.
Because I was afraid somebody was going to spoil it for me between our group chats and the one at or just like people at work. I knew somebody was going to spoil it because everybody was asking, "Are you going to go see it? Are you going to go see it?" I was like, "I'm going to go Sunday. I'm off on Sunday," but that would have been 2 days too late, right? I know it would have been 2 days too late. So I went and bought a ticket on my way home from work for showing that night, and the seat that I chose was the D box. I'd never sat in a D box before. You guys know what a D box is?
No.
It's one of them seats that interacts with the screen and it should be vibrating and
Oh.
tilting and stuff. So I watched Wolverine and Deadpool with freaking shock seats. It was like when you're playing a video game and your controller like shocks every time something happens. Oh my goodness.
It sounds like I need to do that.
Much bumping and thumping in that seat. It was fun.
Wow.
So when they was holding hands, was your seat moving?
It's not when they was holding hands, but anytime there was like a punch or an explosion or a bone crushing moment, yeah, it was like sitting on a washing machine.
Wow.
Y'all nasty.
So again, when the helmets came from behind the man and they could put on and the mask was on and he was the Wolverine, I was like, in the D-box.
Let me tell you something. I'm about to go watch it for a third time in the D box. Okay. It sounds like I need to be in the D box. I should have been in the D box in the first one.
I didn't hear y'all.
The Calvarine. I was juiced. Okay. Juiced up.
We needed that. We needed that. I hope we needed that. I enjoyed all of the cameos and the Easter eggs.
Yes.
And to your point, Goku, lazy setting up of the next phase of the Marvel Universe, because what they essentially did is they took all of the Scrabble pieces that were in the cup and they just poured them out and said, we can pick any of these letters. You don't know what we're going to do. So they have opened themselves up to be able to tell all kinds of stories and storylines. So they can do whatever they want. And I hope that from this point forward, they don't be lazy.
Yeah.
And they produce good content. And they give us good stories and good thoughtful productions like X-Men 97 was in that universe, because they wrote the shit out of X-Men 97. They wrote the shit out of that show. And if Marvel continues to put good people in place like that, who are going to think well about these characters, how much love we have for them, but then also tell good stories with good writing, we're going to have a great time with the rest of the Marvel universe.
Right.
Yes.
Also asked, did anybody get a little bit of FOMO about us not getting the Gambit movie now that we've seen Channing Tatum take on that role?
They could still do it.
They could.
Well, yes. And I would say this, because when they first announced it many years ago that he was supposed to play Gambit, I was like, I don't know. But I didn't realize that Channing was from Louisiana. When I say that backwoods, thick Cajun accent was so good, my jaw dropped. I was like, why do he sound like some of the family I got? Because and for people who don't know that accent, sometimes it's so thick that it almost sounds like they're speaking another language. Sometimes you need subtitles, or you tell them, hey, slow down for a minute. I don't say that again. Run it back, but quiet. Slow it down. And the fact that he was able to hit it so well because that's a hard accent to take down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really hard accent. There's only one other accent that comes close to it, and it's Appalachia backwoods. Them hillbillies.
Mm.
They're just as thick. So for him to get it so naturally and so flawlessly, plus the movement, his choreography for his character was
Yeah.
It was good.
really on point.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They got to bring out that step up in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don't get it, Twinkle Toes.
I tell you what,
His part
love
was
it.
like the
I-
funniest
I
part of the
don't-
movie for me.
I don't want to be all negative and say that. I did enjoy certain things in the movie. It was blood. Y'all know me. I love Elektra. So it was also seeing
Mhm.
Elektra.
Yeah.
Can I just interject and say that when she popped out, I was like,
Yes! Oh my God!
another gem drop for Goku cosplays. You should be able to find.
Oh,
other
yes.
Electra cosplay as
Mhm.
well.
Flawless.
Yes.
I got excited. I really did. It made me miss you.
I
Yes.
appreciate you for doing that. It's great. Really great.
Yes. Everybody go follow Goku's God Cousin on Instagram.
Please.
Go ahead and scroll through her cosplays. Electra's in there. And Electra
I'm
looks
also
Yes.
really funny, you guys. I also have a great sense of humor.
hilarious.
She does.
Gorgeous, hilarious, smart, funny, cosplaying and everything. The
She
whole
does
package.
art. She does art too. She got a whole
Right.
art team.
Art
Right.
This is
Yeah.
too
Too
No,
many compliments. Are you
dance,
being
y'all.
overloaded?
do on her picture.
No, what did they do at the movie? Okay, wait. Look, I went when the antimatter mixed with the dark matter. Okay, I went to go see them with my mom and my sister, and I don't know if y'all know my sister, but my sister is very funny. They did not like the movie at all. My sister took a nap during the movie. Okay. Yeah, but they're not nerdy like me. So I was enjoying it and reacting, but I also was like, why are y'all doing this? But I was like, let's just have fun. Okay. But this Negro woke up from her nap right at that part of the movie with Cassandra Nova, excuse me. That was his old auntie thing. Cassandra Nova, Wolverine, and Deadpool holding, and then they're all like, and this heifer wakes up from her nap and goes, and then goes back to sleep.
Bruh. The way I wish. Now I picture your sister going to the world premiere with the actors and everything. Pass out. Wake up. Go, what the fuck? Like, I would pay so much money to make a time machine, put her in that predicament, and see it live. I would pay so much money for that.
Oh, that's how you was so weak.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
wow.
not hilarious.
If I must say before we close out, I'm happy to see y'all. Like in general, I missed you all so much. I miss Bunny. I miss
Same.
everybody. And you know, in between time, I've had to be a mom, auntie to everybody and be like, "Look, bitches, we gonna be all right."
Hold
It's
on.
hard.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. DJ's comment saying she did a little kid dance. Just I'm sorry. I love y'all too. I was about to say, yeah, I love you guys. And I saw that comment and I just picture like little Kim in the middle of the battlefield in front of dead Ant-Man's body, right? Just dodging fucking cards and swords and shit. That, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay. Before we continue going on a roll. Okay, breathe. All right. Jiggly. Do you have anything upcoming or anything that you're working on at all? I know you've been heavy on your Twitch lately, which I've been enjoying.
Thank you. Yes. So since you mentioned Twitch, I will say that I am working on bringing a fight night to my channel. It will be once a month where I will be dedicated to karate chopping and punching and tiger palm fisting other people in a virtual format. I don't know if I'm going to go with the next Mortal Kombat in the series, or if I'm going to drop back and do Soul Calibur or I think Final Fantasy was the other recommendation.
Ooh.
Both of those I've been told have good storylines, so I'm going to check them out. I played MK11 and I finished it on my last stream. I didn't know that video game storylines had come so far in fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be walking down that path of me playing fighting games on easy mode, because your girl I'm not the one. I like the kick and punch, but I am not the one. I may become the one. Currently, I am not the one.
It's okay, because I do it too. And ain't nothing wrong with just moving the analog and pressing A.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have a switch, by the way.
Do a little duck low kick. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to do it. So Fight Night will be coming on Twitch. Also, I got merch on the way. I have been working with an artist for quite some time. It was just a long project because life in me, life was life in him, and eventually we got on the same page. So I will have some lovely stickers and other items to be putting out very soon. Shout out to the artist J Toon, if you guys know him. He did the artwork for my characters. Yes. I have some other projects coming up, but I can't officially announce them yet. So just follow me so you know when it happens.
Exactly. Also, a real random question about your sticker. Is it work appropriate?
I have 3 stickers.
Bet. That's all I need to know, because I'm going to put at least one of them on my work laptop.
One of them is, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, then it's cute. The other 2 are spicy, but they're not nude. None of them are nude.
Okay. So all of them are going on my laptop. All right. Well, that sounds extremely exciting. I cannot wait to get my hands on some of them stickers. And this fight night, I can't wait to watch it. If I can play with you, I will, because I also do easy mode when it comes to fighting, especially with a storyline. I just want to know what the storyline is. Let me do my little square multiple times until they get tired, and then we move on.
You know what? And I buy the game and act like I want to play it and end up watching all the cutscenes on YouTube.
Too much of a baby gamer to do all that.
Well,
but I watch. I support.
Well, speaking of baby gamer, you're not a baby gamer. Let's not even go there, okay? You're not a baby gamer. Well, ain't no such thing as a baby gamer unless you are literally a baby gaming, okay?
And then your controller is not plugged in.
Right. If you got the little Fisher Price controller with the little stars and they light up when you press a button, then you a baby gamer. Right. But if you got an actual controller in your hand, or you got your mouse in your hand, I don't want to hear it. You're not a baby gamer. But since you want to call yourself a baby gamer, Miss Ray, the baby gamer, what do you have coming up?
Well, I am finally on break from school.
Yay!
So, because of that, I do have plans to do some live streams, either Twitch or Instagram. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, there will be some random pop-ups here and there as I have the time. Because November 5th is around the corner, and all y'all better be registered to vote.
She gonna fight y'all if you don't. She know where y'all live.
I'm the group assassin. But yeah, no, seriously. So there will be a lot of conversation around that. A lot of trying to get to the nitty gritty. Also, because I have been binge watching the Olympics like nobody's business. I only got 2 hours of sleep last night because I was watching everything. Um, so there will be a lot of conversation in regards to the highlights of the Olympics. May, and I'm just thinking about it, not sure yet, but I'm thinking about live streaming the closing ceremony so we can do reactions. That sounds
Yes.
like fun.
Yes.
But right now it's just trying to get some stuff out there, trying to get some work done, um, so that you guys have something to sit on because only God knows what school is going to allow me to do once it starts back up.
It's okay.
But follow me on all platforms, Instagram, Twitch, maybe not TikTok because that's dead right now. Um, Heavy on threads. You can always catch me live tweeting or tweeting, live threading.
She's out here
Um,
sewing, y'all.
the shows, the games, the fights. If I'm watching it, I'm talking about it. So you can always catch me there, especially if you want to interact. That's the best place to interact with me. We can have a whole conversation for a good hour.
Yeah, that's I want you to do the closing ceremony. Like I'm not going to take up too much time because I know
Right.
when we were talking about the Olympics at DreamCon, Bunny's not here, but Bunny, we was talking about some outlandish stuff, and I don't mind, and I'll talk about it on my Twitch later. But we was talking about some outlandish stuff about the Olympics. So I hope the closing ceremony is just as invigorating as the opening. Okay.
Oh, they're segueing into LA because LA is 2028. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
So then Americans could be mad on our home turf. Okay, cool. Cannot wait. Maybe they will be better in the shooting games, but we're going to go ahead and shoot on over to Goku. What do you got going on?
Damn, that was so cold, y'all. That was so cold.
My bad.
Ooh, wow.
Okay.
It
20 degrees cooler in here. Oh my God, the shade.
All right. So what do I have going on? Not shit. No, I'm joking. I have a few cosplays planned. My whole thing now about my page on social media is that I really don't care about I'm just being more myself. Like the stuff I was afraid to do or say, I'm just posting because I find myself funny because, you know,
You are.
I think that I can be at times. It's just trauma. But that was a joke. See? Okay.
I'm a joke.
But a few cosplays. One of my cosplays I'm working on is a sexy carrot. I'm really trying to put that together. Jig asked me to do that a long time ago, and I'm really thinking about how I'm going to pull this off. Also, my artwork. My goal is to get more of my artwork out just because of how good it is for my mental health. So I am going to be doing that. Oh yeah, I painted that for Jiggly. Yeah.
Look at that Jiggly right there.
Yeah.
Major love.
Work.
Yeah.
Look at that.
She does amazing things, but she made this for me, and this is her artwork. And you see how I just grabbed it from right there because I keep it close to my heart.
Oh
wow, it's so cute. But yeah, no, just stuff like that. I might post myself doing anime characters, so that's a good like warm up drawing. But yeah, I just doing more stuff that I want to do now. You know, just growing up. You know, I'm so happy that I'm in the 3-decade, part of my life now. So
welcome.
Yeah.
Yes,
welcome.
I rebuke all knee pain in the name of because I was like, fuck all of y'all talk about my knees. Okay, they do hurt, but fuck y'all. So they do hurt.
You asked though. You said what should I expect? And we're like knees, back,
Back,
ankles,
neck.
sometimes your elbows. Like
No, and then
They're
ovulation.
random, like with no cause. They just
No.
hurt.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
And let
Oh,
yeah.
ovulation hit. Let that ovulation hit.
My last period before I turned 30, I thought I was sick. I was so horny. My coochie literally wanted to howl. Like it
Yeah.
wanted to really use the lips to howl at the moon. Like I was just the way my inner, it's like my ancestral Negro came out of my vagina and just was
Yep.
like it was like I thought I was sick. I thought I was sick.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
so horny. I thought I was sick. I thought something was wrong with me. I was
What?
like,
I'm thinking of that video you sent me with the owl.
yeah. Oh, my coochie is an owl that howls at night. My
No,
coochie is a howl.
The coochie.
Your
Nobody.
ancestors.
Nobody. And now all my friends that haven't turned 30 yet, I'm making sure I warn them because I thought I was sick. One day it was late at night. I was driving home.
Mhm.
I had a little sip, a little, I inhaled a little bit of, spicy lettuce. I thought I wanted to drag it across the road. I was like, ain't nobody tell me nothing.
This is Goku, this is you now stepping into your auntie coochie. That's what it is, okay? The shackles of your coochie finally broke free, and that's why you want to howl.
Please don't describe my coochie as auntie or shackles because nobody told me about the gray hairs. I thought my coochie was dying. When I saw that.
Your coochie,
I
Look,
thought she was dying.
it went through
Since you-
metamorphosis. It just
No.
blossomed.
and just so you know, since we're throwing out warnings, the emotions eventually follow. I'm in the emotion phase. Coming from somebody who doesn't like to cry very often, I'm crying like once a week.
Wow.
And literally, I cried watching the Olympics for no reason. I was like, I'm proud of them. I feel like they big sister.
Right. You saw them shooting their rifles linked over.
Like literally. So that's new phase. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, and God bless y'all, really, because I could, I'm happy I'm growing. And I don't want to I don't want to talk about shackles or anything like that because now, like I don't think I can describe my vagina as a cat or a kitten. It's definitely like a lion or like roar. Like
You're a puma.
It's
You're
no
a
more
puma.
right. There's no more squeaking. It's all like like,
Yeah.
Cat.
my baby got bass in his voice now. Like, girl, like, calm down. It's getting puberty.
It's like your coochie nuts dropped, and you're finally just like,
It did. Well, yeah, you can follow my page on Instagram, and because that's really the only thing that I'm on Instagram. I have an art page. It's soul.jones. You can follow that too. I might start streaming soon. Yeah. And I'm 30. Yeah. I was going to do Watashi Wasta, but let's not because, copyright.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Hold on a second.
Ooh.
This is why I missed y'all so much.
Oh my God. You're right. Because we could have used y'all in the Olympics conversation so much.
Whew. All right. to bring it on over to me about coochies, because why not? My coochie too be growling. Let me tell you something. Let me get in the elevator and it go down. I be, ooh, why my coochie do that? Why is it meowing so loud in here? I swear that people can hear my coochie at this point. Like, you know how you be driving down the street, you pull up to a red light and the car bumping next to you and you can hear everything? That's what my coochie sound like now in traffic. But I digress.
Or like you haven't ate all day and you're in a conference room full of people, and then all of a sudden
you be like, that's my stomach, y'all. No, it's my coochie, but I can't say it's my coochie in the boardroom, y'all. I gotta say it's my stomach.
I'm sorry. My brain is now personified coochie nuts, and it is now a separate entity from your body. And for some reason, it looks like the big red monster from the Looney Tunes, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes.
But it's wearing chucks and it's brown. It's coochie nuts, and it's just be walking around like, give me the shit, nigga.
When you turn 30, your coochie lips spill out. That's what it is. Your coochie lips finally drop. Okay.
Out here sitting in the back seat, commuting with you to work. I get no sex today.
Like y'all thought periods, Onflow, Little Red Riding Hood, whatever. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. I'm gonna dry my lashes off.
My brain don't work right.
I'm just in awe. You know, I get Trimmer. Go ahead, promote yourself again.
Well, y'all can follow my coochie on SD Trinity. If y'all want to hear it talk, follow my Twitch. Some of y'all are already here on my Twitch. I appreciate it. If not, it's SD Trinity on everything. My coochie do be talking on Twitch. I will say that. She got her big girl voice on. Okay, she don't stay quiet there. As far as anything coming up, I will be streaming more. I don't think we've mentioned it, but I'll mention it anyways. I went from being the Gamers, so there's a group called the Gamers. I went from the Gamer of the Week to Gamer of the Month of July, and I have officially become ambassador for the Gamers. And just to top it off, the Gamers and Thunderpick also selected me to be ambassadors for both of them. It's me and 11 other people. I'm super excited. I will be learning how to play Counter-Strike 2. So check out that. I probably will be streaming that so you guys can see my journey. I'm not a full keyboard gamer. I'm more of a controller gamer. So watch out for that. I will be traveling with the Gamers and Thunderpick to tournaments and get to judge and commentate and present awards. So that's what I got going on. I've been holding into that. So yeah, but I'll say this: it's all because of y'all. Y'all were out there voting under their posts, sharing, liking, all the stuff. Got me to the week, Gamer of the Week, to Gamer of the Month, to being an ambassador, to now being an ambassador with another company that's partnered with them. I cannot have done that without any of y'all. I am so thankful for every single one of you guys. I'm gonna start crying because that's what 30-year-old coochies do now. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the video like you did, Jiggly, and have my pants talking. And if you guys don't follow Jiggly on TikTok, please do, because them videos be
Please do.
hilarious.
She
as
is
fuck.
hilarious.
Hilarious. I did want to also again give a very, very big shout out to Kai. He's actually here now. I don't know if you missed or if you were here for the first part, but thank you for being there for the GC girls and being our bodyguard, being the big homie, making sure each and every one of us was safe inside and outside of DreamCon.
So much love.
We love you. Okay. If I could give you another hug, I would. But you did your big thing. You was out here scouting. Okay.
Right.
And we felt very safe. And that's what we need more in the community. So Kai, thank you so much.
Love you.
We love you so much. But yeah, this was a great episode, you guys. Very great. I cannot wait to make more. I know adulting be adulting the fuck out of us, okay? And I don't say that lightly. It's been kicking our ass. But we're going to try to be here when we can be here for each of us here, as well as you guys out there in the GCG world. If you have any friends, family, whatever it is, tell them to come follow all of us, or at least follow the GCG page. I be up in them DMs. I be looking at all the comments and stuff. We do respond, okay? If you need a home, we're here for you guys. But with that being said, once again, right above me, Jiggly.
Hello.
Hi, 3. Right there, we got Ray, Sunshine and Georgia Rays. We got Goku's god cousin right there with the new and improved coochie. You got me, SC Trinity of the Squirtle Squad. Okay. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys again. Bye.
Bye.